Raiders went to New England, and according to Ian Rappaport, my colleague from the NFL Media Group, reported on Sunday that Pete Carroll, the night before, in talking to the team, broke a whiteboard. Basically, said we're gonna hit this team, we're gonna break them, and then broke a whiteboard. Okay. Cool. Very good to know. Cool. So
I mean, it worked. They won,
and we're all wondering how they're gonna follow up. And the Chargers treated them like a whiteboard.
Yeah.
And Geno Smith, I love the guy, man. He had his 4th career game with 0 passing touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So it was one of those rare bad nights for him. Okay. And it was his worst passer rating in a game since he was a Jet, which should say it all. The guy just, the Chargers were just like, yeah, it's not going to be Brock Bowers tonight. Jacoby Myers, I got to be honest with you, he looks like a top-notch receiver. I know he wants to be paid like one, and the Raiders kind of said, yeah, no, he's really good. I like him. And Geno, he just didn't have much time. And then when you draft a running back as high as they drafted Ashton Jeanty, just ask Arthur Smith about being questioned about the running back's usage. Remember the usage questions about him way back when Bijan Robinson was Bijan for the first time?
Yeah.
Okay. And they had to spend a brief off-season period of being Bijan, and now he's Bijan again. Just ask Arthur Smith about that. And he would probably be like, are you kidding me? Like, the guy's a rookie, A. And B, well, we got other running backs here, and we're working them in and whatever. And he'd be like, just take a look at the end of the year about the usage. There's a fantasy element in all this.
Sure is.
There really is. But Ashton Jeanty, he is still being worked in. And sure enough, after last night's game, Pete Carroll was talking about the 11 carries for 43 rush yards for Jeanty. And of the 43 rush yards, 15, I think, came on the first carry. 13 came on the first carry of the game.
Amazing first carry.
His first carry, he ran over people, and it's just like, this is what you need to beat the Chargers. You need to go run at them and run them over and tell them, you're not the only one who packed a lunch pail here in a 10 o'clock Eastern start on the Vegas Strip. And then the next running play, he wasn't there when Geno turned to hand it to him. So, when Ashton Jeanty isn't out there on third down and Zamir White is, right? And then Ashton Jeanty, you could see on occasion, has some trouble pass protecting. So that's why White is out there on third down. And then when it's a 2-minute drill, and you're basically like, who the hell is Dylan Lobey?
Yeah.
Who that is?
Yeah, it felt like you on the streets of New York City. Hey, the white guy. Hey, what's he doing out there? Who's that?
You know what I mean? Like, what is that all about? Yeah. Yeah.
You might have to tell that story one day, Rich.
Well, it's just a famous Stuart Scott story that I tell every now and then, hanging out with Stuart, where basically Stuart's the
mayor of the world.
Zenith of the sports talk world, and people are like, oh, and the white guy's with him. That happened to be on the streets of New York, so to give some perspective to your story.
Of course. Just so everybody knows.
So I was...
You're the Dylan Lobey.
I was the Dylan Lobey of sports talk. So, Pete, what's up with Ashton Jeanty not getting the carries? What's up?
Just getting started, We're just getting started. He's breaking into the NFL. He's figuring it out. When he had 11 or something carries tonight. Is that what he had? 11, yeah. He'll get more. That'll come. We're going to have to run the football better than we did, more effectively. We got to get more yards. We had 50 or 60 yards or something rushing. That's not enough. We got to get more than that. So I'd like to see that just as well as you would. And but as far as pushing the issue with him, trying to get him 25 carries or something like that, we're breaking him in, and so that'll come.
So this is not the first rodeo of somebody being drafted this high, and like we're breaking him in. Yeah. And again, you just see some of the video of him pass protecting. That's how you get out there on third down. Bijan is out there on third down. He can pass protect. If you remember a running back drafted this high who played for Dallas, Ezekiel Elliott, there was never any question that guy could pass pro. He was out there on third. He was an all-down back the minute he came from the Ohio State. He was pass proing, and he was out there for all three downs. Sometimes you see Jeanty, he was whiffing and not staying with the play, and Gino's running for his life, and the guy that he didn't block the first time was coming around again. He could have gotten it in. That's why he's not out there.
Yeah, he looked lost a few times.
And so, because it doesn't make sense. We're like, we got to run better. Well, you got a guy who can actually run it better and can actually break tackles and can actually burst one for 60 yards when your quarterback is struggling to chunk play it down the field. You got a chunk play in cleats that's standing next to him.
Chunk playing.
So I understand why there's some questions about it. Certainly since, all I needed in my poker league was one touchdown from Ashton Jeanty, and I thought I might get one garbage time. And then there's the white guy.
Hey, the white guy. Hey. All due respect, obviously.
What's up with this? Like, what's happening here?
What's up with that?
Yeah.
And so, the Raiders are 1-1. They might get Marcus Mariota next week. And the Seattle Seahawks this week in Pittsburgh, just in the last 7 years, came up with their 20th win in the 1 o'clock Eastern window. And the guy who helped build that record is somebody who won in the 1 o'clock Eastern window in week 1. Now, this is a short week going to Washington, which has the longest week of anybody, along with Green Bay in week 3. But Jaden Daniels may not be healthy. And if you're running the Condor, it's somebody who's a little gimpy. That should work out for you. I don't know what's going to happen in week 3, but they might feed Ashton Jeanty a little bit more and certainly feed him in the film room saying, you need to pass pro. When I mentioned in the Overreaction Monday season kickoff podcast that he's going from Boise to men, like that's what I'm referring to. Okay? That's what I'm referring to.
Motown Phil.
So we'll see. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.